Ramsey Lewis, and welcome to Legends of Jazz. From the 1930s to the 1950s, American songwriters created an unequaled body of work called the American Songbook. Many of these tunes have become our standards, linked forever to pop and jazz singers who continue to give them life. Like Ella Fitzgerald's performance of Like Someone in Love by the great Jimmy Van Heusen. And Billie Holiday's aching rendition of God Bless the Child by Arthur Herzog.
God bless the child that's got his own blue skies smiling at me.
Or Donna Washington's wonderful version of Irving Berlin's Blue Skies. There was Sarah Vaughan's beautiful interpretation of Harold Arlen's Over the Rainbow.
Over the rainbow.
And Nat King Cole, his own special treatment of another Arlen classic,
Night and day, you are the one.
Frank Sinatra gave us a timeless rendition of Cole Porter's Night and Day.
Beneath the moon or under the sun.
Tony Bennett made Richard Rodgers' I've Got the World on a String one of his all-time classics.
I've got the world on a string. I'm sitting on a rainbow.
While Peggy Lee did the same for Richard Rodgers' The Lady is a Tramp. We're happy to have with us today two fantastic young singers who are really keeping alive the great tradition of interpreting classics from the American Songbook. Ladies and gentlemen, Jane Monheit and John Pizzarelli. Welcome to the show. Welcome, 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 welcome. This is something for both of you. You've noticed we've seen a huge increase in recordings and performances by artists now from the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s, songs from that area. We're calling it the American Songbook. Even artists that usually don't record those songs, like Bette Midler, Rod Stewart, Queen Latifah. Why?
I mean, number one, the melodies are incredibly strong. There are so many different things that can be done with these pieces of music, so many ways to interpret them. And the lyrics discuss things that are eternal, love and loss, and things that are appropriate to every generation, things that everyone can understand.
And I think that the songs are pliable. So from generation to generation, whether it's you and me or Ella Fitzgerald and Louis Armstrong, everybody can sing All of Me, and it's always different. And
they invite your interpretation.
Right.
That's what they're meant for.
Yeah.
But that's the thing, as Rosemary Clooney said to my wife, who's a singer also, and who we've all been together in gigs, and at the end of the night, she said to Rosemary, "Well, what should we do? Any advice?" And she says, "Just keep telling the truth, because everybody knows the difference."
Mm-hmm. I like that. You heard the truth in your house early on.
It was beaten into me as a child, or there was no dinner.
What was that like?
Well, we had a good household. My father's a guitar player, Bucky Pizzarelli,
yeah.
and he worked with everybody. From out of the war, working with Vaughn Monroe's orchestra, and then with Benny Goodman and Stefan Grappelli and Les Paul and Zoot Sims, and a lot of these people came over to the house, and it was great to experience that. And the reason I liked playing this music was because the guys who were around my dad were having so much fun doing it. I was like, well, if I wanted to be friends with these guys, I better learn Honeysuckle Rose.
Indeed. Besides your dad, who were some of your major influences?
As a singer, Nat King Cole was the beginning and the end for me. And then, but I also like Kenny Rankin and Michael Franks, Sinatra and Tony Bennett. But Nat Cole was the guy who, sort of that whole repertoire, Paper Moon and Straighten 'Em Fly Right, Route 66, and those kind of rhythm songs were the foundation for me.
You mentioned Frank Sinatra. You worked with Frank Sinatra.
I had the opportunity to open for Frank Sinatra in about 18 concerts. The short story is basically that I was led to his room. He came out, he looked at me, I sort of looked at him. I said, "It's nice to meet you." And then he looked at me and said, "Eat something, you look bad."
That was the first?
That was the first and last thing. Yes, he understood that. It was all about pasta.
Definitely.
You draw from all kinds of music, all kinds of writers, Nat King Cole, the Bossa Nova, the Beatles. So what's the common denominator? What do you look for that draws all that together?
Well, you know, the thing is, I look at the style of music that I do, which a lot of people say, oh, well, this is old music. To me, it's a style of music. It's not about a certain period of time. It's a way that music is presented. You can take the songs that you like I like the Beatles, and treat them as if they were standard songs written in the 20s and the 30s and the 40s, and put them in that style. So I like to present, when I find newer songs and I want to put them in the shoes of the great American Songbook, I think about, well, what if actually Lennon and McCartney were, you know, Schwartz and Dietz? How would that song sound?
Indeed. We'd like to hear John Pizzarelli, in fact, do his thing. You in the mood for that?
I am totally in the mood for
Well, let's do it.
Three, four. I got rhythm, I got music, I got my gal who could ask for anything more. I got daisies in green pastures, I got my gal who could ask for anything more. Old man Trouble, I don't mind him, you won't find him at my door. I got starlight, I got sweet dreams, I got my gal who could ask for anything more, who could ask for anything more. You won't find him at my door. Well, I got rhythm, I got music, I got my gal who can ask for anything more. Who could ask for anything more? And that's the ballad.
You know what? You know what you were doing out there?
Well, we did I Got Rhythm, classic rhythm changes, and my brother Martin Pizzarelli was the bass player, my partner in crime, has worked with me now. We actually slept together, so that's how we got the gig. Well, that was years ago, but being my brother, that we had one bed in the house.
Jane Monheit, how did it all begin?
Well, you know, I was lucky enough to grow up in a really musical family, so this has just been my life since the beginning. Jazz and really a lot of other kinds of music too. I've just always been a singer.
Feels good.
Yes, it does.
Felt good to be a finalist in the Thelonious Monk competition.
Definitely did. You know.
Really? Did you decide you wanted to do that, or somebody say, you know, you should get in that competition?
Actually, a number of my professors in college mentioned it to me, and I didn't even know what it was. I was a senior in college and was starting to get ready to, you know, really pursue a career rather than just, you know, the restaurant gigs and the weddings and the things that I was doing to, you know, support myself. And yeah, I made a tape and entered and actually didn't make the semifinals at first. I was totally rejected and got a call a couple weeks later saying, you know, we decided we're going to bring 2 extra people in and we want you to come. And
See? You
And
just
then-
can't keep talent down.
Yeah, well, there's a different set of judges for the second part. So I guess the first batch, but the second batch liked me, so it was okay.
Talk about your influences. Who were they?
Well, first and foremost, certainly Ella Fitzgerald and Judy Garland. When I was a child.
Ella Fitzgerald and Judy Garland.
I know. But the thing is when I was little, I grew up on mostly jazz and great musical theater, and especially like the old MGM films and things. And my father was a bluegrass musician, but that's a whole other side of everything. But so I grew up sort of with equal parts, Ella worship and Judy worship, and I hear them both in me every day when I sing.
What do you look for when you're choosing a song?
Well, it has to be something that, gives me a strong emotional reaction. I like songs that drive me crazy. I like
Drives you
songs that
crazy.
make me feel like I need to sing them. I like songs that make me start crying or laughing when I'm singing them. I like songs that really do something to me. And, sometimes I just, pick things that I feel are really well suited to my band, something that'll feature a certain member in a certain way. But mostly it's about the lyric being truthful and, about that gut thing.
We'd love to hear you sing. Would you sing for us now?
Yeah.
Well, of course.
Well, what will you sing?
Well, we're going to do an arrangement of I Should Care by my pianist Michael Kanan that we've been enjoying for the last couple of years, and we haven't been able to play it for a whole lot of people yet, so it'll
I
be great
Should
to have a
Care.
chance to do it today.
From the American Songbook,
Sammy Kahn.
Sammy Kahn. Jane Monheit.
I should care. I should go around weeping. I should care. I should go without sleeping. Strangely enough, I sleep well, except for a dream or two. But then I count my sheep well. Funny how sheep can't lull you to sleep, but I should care. I should let it upset me. I should care, but it just doesn't get me. Maybe I won't find someone as lovely as you. So I should care, and I do. Should go around weeping. I should care. I should go without sleeping. Strangely enough, I sleep well, except for a dream or two. But then I can't get my sheep well. Funny how sheep can't lull you to sleep, but I should care. just doesn't get me. Maybe I won't find someone as lovely as you. So I should care, and I do.
Wonderful,
Wonderful, wonderful.
Beautiful. That was so wonderful.
Thank you.
Beautiful.
Great.
So, the American Songbook, we talked about the 20s, the 30s, the 40s, the 50s. Does it stop there, or do you think there are songs that are being written now that we'll look back on and it'll continue the American Songbook?
I definitely do. I think there are many incredible composers that have added so many incredible songs to the repertoire. You know, Stevie Wonder, Carole King, Joni Mitchell, Billy Joel. I mean, there's so many people and so many songs that I really love. And Burt Bacharach, Stephen Sondheim, you know, the list goes on and on.
What do you feel about this, John?
Well, you know, those songs from the 20s and 30s and 40s and 50s came out of they were like show songs. And now we find there's less show music and more about artists, songwriters, singer-songwriters who are writing these songs. And when you try and go and find them, like you mentioned Joni Mitchell, and I like Don Henley and Billy Joel and James Taylor, and maybe there's one or two that'll work within the style that we like to sing in. So it's still moving. It's how to take them and translate them into what we like to do.
I've noticed since we've been here taping the show and rehearsing, you guys emote very well together. Do you perform a lot together?
We've worked
We
a number of
have,
places
yeah.
together. We've
We've
run
done a
into
bunch
each
of
other on the
stuff.
road. It's fun that way when you end up, you know, sometimes I get places and they say, Jane's there. And oh, so it's great, you know. And
Yeah, it's cool. You know, the funny thing about jazz, the great thing about jazz is, you know, you make all these friends and you just run into people all over the world. It's just a beautiful thing.
We'd like to experience this beautiful thing of you guys playing music together.
we can do that.
Would you do that?
We sure
Yes.
can.
What would you do?
Well, I'm thinking a little more Gershwin.
Gershwin's great.
Gershwin will work.
We call it The Way You Wear Your Hat. You call it They Can't Take That Away From Me.
John Pizzarelli, Jane Monheit, ladies and gentlemen.
After
Our romance won't end on a sorrowful note, though by tomorrow you're gone. The song is ended, but as the songwriter wrote, the melody lingers on. They may take you from me, I'll miss your fond caress, but though they take you from me, I'll still possess
The way you wear your hair, the way you sip your tea, the memory of all that. No, no, they can't take that away from me. The way you smile just beams, the way you sing off key, the way you haunt my dreams. No, no, oh, they can't take that away from me. We may never, never meet again on that bumpy road to love. Still, I always, always keep the memory of the way you hold your night, the way we dance till 3, the way you changed my life. No, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away from me.
We may never, never meet again on the bumpy road to love.
Still I always, always keep the memory of
The way you hold
your knife, the way we danced till 3, the way you changed my life. No, no, they can't take that away from me. No, they can't take that away. No, bubble, they can't take that away from me. They can't take that away from me.
Beautiful, beautiful, wonderful. You all do so well together. We got to go on the road together. Come on. Hey, I'm going to play the theme song. Would you join me?
We're in.
And do it?
You
We
betcha.
can sort of jam on out.
You got it.
All right.
That's good.
Marvelous. Marvelous, marvelous.